bipolar junction transistor, also called as BJT. In this session we will discuss BJT or bipolar junction transistor. So in the year 1947-48, a team led by Dr. S.W. Shockley and his members W.H. Brattain and J. Bardeen invented transistor at Bell Laboratories, America. So why this transistor was invented? So main function of transistor was amplification, and hence transistor is now known as amplifier. Now what is the meaning of amplifier? The meaning of amplifier is increasing strength of weak signal, and the process of increasing the strength of weak signal is called as amplification. Now when the signal strength is increased, we say that a small signal is converted into a large signal or strong signal. So basically what we are increasing? We are increasing voltage or current level of input signal is increased, and the component which is capable of increasing the signal strength of the input signal strength is called as amplifier. So what is the amplifier? Amplifier is a device which will increase the strength of weak signal. What is amplification? Amplification is the process of increasing the strength of weak signal. This weak signal sometimes is also called as small signal, and the increased signal is also called as large signal or the strong signal. So what we are increasing? We are increasing the voltage or current level of the input signal. Now what is the simple block diagram of amplifier? So the most simplest block diagram of amplifier is like this. Here we will give the input. Input is basically a sine wave or any AC signal. So we will say AC signal, and here we will get the output. So if we draw the input and output waveform, so it is like this. So this is a small signal, and now the strength will be increased, the voltage level will be increased. So the signal will be increased like this. Here the point to be noted is that if this is the time period of the input signal, then TO means the input signal time period and the output signal time period will not change. Means what? Output frequency remains constant. If output frequency is remaining constant, we say that input and output signal time period is constant. So what is increasing? So here the increasing the voltage level. So we can see that this is the output level and this is the input level. So we have increased the strength of the signal. We have increased the amplitude of the signal. And who is going to increase the amplitude? The transistor, that is a bipolar junction transistor, is going to increase the strength of the signal. Here we can see the amplitude has been increased, the voltage level. If this is the input voltage and now this is output voltage, we can see that the voltage level has been increased. So this increase in the voltage level is possible just because of the transistor. Now, the interesting point is that we have learned that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but how is it possible that we are getting a small signal input and we are getting the large signal at the output? How is it possible? So my dear friends, it is only possible because this transistor utilizes the DC power which is used for its biasing. So on the basis of the DC power used for the biasing, the strength of the input signal is increased. So I would like to add in this block diagram a DC voltage, plus and minus. So by utilizing a DC voltage, DC biasing, the input signal strength has been increased. So we can see the strength of the input signal has been increased. Small signal is converted into large signal. Weak signal converted into strong signal, and hence we say that it increases the strength of weak signal. Now we will discuss further how this amplification takes place, how the transistor is formed. We will discuss in detail. Now we have already discussed diode. We have studied this diode. So diode is, what is diode? It is a p-n junction device. It is a p-n junction device. It has a p-type material and n-type material. So this is a p-type material, n-type material. This is a junction. The p-type material is called as anode. N-type material is called as cathode. It is represented by K, it is represented by A. Now what happens, as it is a two-layer element, two-terminal device, two-layer element, now again a third layer is added to this diode, and that third layer can be a p-type or n-type. So if a third layer p-type or n-type is added to this diode, then we get a new element called as transistor. So transistor is a three-terminal device. It has three layers, and if it has three layers, then it will have obviously two junctions. Say for example, if this is a p-n junction diode, and now we are going to add say a p-type, means I will add like this. This is p-n, and again I will add a p-type. Or say example, if this is P and N, and I will add again an N-type device. So it will have three terminals. Now these are now two types of transistors which have been formed. So here you can see that an existing diode has been added with a p-type material, additional p-type material. Again a p-n junction diode, additional n-type material. So what happens? A new device is formed, and that device is called as transistor. So how the transistor is formed? A transistor is formed when a similar layer, so I will write here similar layer, when two similar layers sandwiches dissimilar layer, one dissimilar layer. So when two similar layer sandwiches one dissimilar layer, a transistor is formed. What are the two similar layers? In this case, you can see that two similar layers are p-type, p-type. Dissimilar layer is the n-type. So this is called as PNP transistor. And here two similar layers are n-type, n-type. Dissimilar layer is p-type. So this is called as NPN transistor. So these are the two very basic types of BJT, a PNP transistor and a NPN transistor. Now we will see the construction diagram and the symbol of this BJT. Now we will see the classification of BJT. So BJT or bipolar junction transistor is of two types. So as we have discussed, it is of PNP and NPN. Two similar types, p-type, p-type, similar materials, sandwiches a dissimilar material, n-type. Here n-type, n-type are the two similar materials, sandwiches a p-type dissimilar material. So यहाँ पे ये हो रहा है कि दो एक जैसे मटेरियल, यहाँ पे p टाइप और p टाइप दो एक जैसे मटेरियल है, इन दोनों के बीच में हम लोगों ने n टाइप का मटेरियल सैंडविच किया है. यहाँ पे n टाइप के दो सिमिलर मटेरियल्स है और यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने p टाइप का मटेरियल सैंडविच किया है. तो सैंडविच में क्या होता है, दो ब्रेड्स होते हैं और बीच में मसाला होता है. तो जो मसाला है दैट इज द इंटरमीडिएट लेयर एंड जो ब्रेड होता है वो एक जैसे ही होता है ऊपर से नीचे से. तो सिमिलर इसको इसलिए उसको सैंडविचिंग का, सैंडविचिंग और डिसिमिलर, सैंडविचिंग अ डिसिमिलर मटेरियल इन बिटवीन टू सिमिलर मटेरियल्स. अब हम इसका कंस्ट्रक्शन डायग्राम देख लेते हैं और इसका सिंबल देख लेते हैं. सो कंस्ट्रक्शन वाइज PNP और ये हो गया NPN. अब यहां पे हम लोगों ने तीन टर्मिनल डिवाइस बना दिया है, तीनों लेयर्स को एक एक टर्मिनल जोड़ दिया है. सो दिस इज फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड. फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड. जो पहला टर्मिनल रहेगा दैट विल बी एमिटर, दूसरा टर्मिनल रहेगा बेस, तीसरा टर्मिनल रहेगा कलेक्टर. Similarly in NPN, this is emitter, this is base, and this is collector. So transistor is a three terminal device. So three terminals are emitter, base, collector. Emitter, base, collector. It has three layers, PNP, NPN. Now it has two junctions. So here you can see the junctions. So this junction is called as, it will represent as junction emitter to base. This junction is junction collector to base. In the same manner, this is emitter to base junction and this junction is called as collector to base junction. इसको हम लोग कुछ ऐसे भी बोल सकते हैं, इसको सिर्फ हम लोग एमिटर जंक्शन भी बोल सकते हैं और इसको सिर्फ कलेक्टर जंक्शन. दिस इज एमिटर जंक्शन, दिस इज कलेक्टर जंक्शन. नाउ what is the symbol? अब इसको हम लोग रिप्रेजेंट कैसे करेंगे? इट्स वेरी सिंपल. I will draw a circle and these are the three terminals. So a circle with a three terminals. So a circle with three terminals. A circle with a three terminals. Okay. Now we will see how to differentiate between a PNP transistor and a NPN transistor. So let us say the middle terminal is base. Middle terminal is base. Up to here no problem. Both are similar in appearance. Now how to differentiate it? So in PNP the arrow mark is like this, and in NPN the arrow mark is like this. So this arrow mark terminal is called as emitter and this is called as collector. Opposite terminal is collector, this is collector, and this is emitter. So in PNP transistor the arrow is inward, and in NPN transistor the arrow is outwards. Now what this arrow indicates? This arrow indicates the direction of the conventional flow of current. This arrow indicates the direction of conventional flow of current. So these are the symbols and these are the construction diagrams. So again I will summarize. Bipolar junction transistor, it is of two types, PNP, NPN. In PNP, two similar layers sandwiching a dissimilar layer. In NPN, two similar layers, N-type sandwiching a P-type dissimilar material. It is a three-layer device. It has two junctions. Junction 1, junction 2, junction 1, junction 2. It has three terminals, emitter, base, collector. Emitter, base, collector. So base is sandwiched between emitter and collector. The junction between emitter and base is called as JEB. The junction between collector and base is called as JCB. The emitter to base junction is also called as emitter junction. Collector to base junction also called as collector junction. It is similar for NPN transistor also. Now this is a symbol. Emitter is represented by E, base is represented by B, collector is represented by C. So we can write here also it is emitter, it is base, it is collector. Emitter, base, collector. In the PNP type, the arrow is inwards for the emitter terminal. In the NPN type, the arrow is outwards for the emitter terminal. These arrows, both these arrows indicates the direction of the current flow. So this is about the construction and classification of BJT. Now we will discuss why BJT is called so and what is the function of all these three layers and what is the thickness, what is the doping, all this.